Can you see the difference? It's just, I haven't done much. It's already make it so much better. This is FilmConvert. This is my convert. Oh my god. And with FilmConvert, it just managed to do it better than me. Like, what the hell? Now I question my color correcting skill. First, let me get this straight. This video is sponsored by FilmConvert. To talk about their FilmConvert Nitrate. Nitrate by FilmConvert, something like that. That's the new FilmConvert, which is Nitrate. When I do sponsor video, I don't usually only talk about the product. I usually make it into a tutorial. But this time, because after I tried it, it is really great. It is honestly, I am blown away. Actually, I heard about FilmConvert years ago from Philip Bloom. I met Philip Bloom before. Obviously, I shot the Pro Photographer Cheap Camera Challenge with Philip Bloom for Philip Bloom. But then I always think that I don't really need that cinematic filmic look. I'm not over that. It's just for YouTube. It's fine. I'm just doing review. I'm not doing dramatic drama. That's my cat. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I've been using A7S II Sony. People say the old Sony cameras, the color is horrible. I think I've done a pretty good job to color correct those footage for my YouTube, but after I apply FilmConvert Nitrate, set the setting a little bit, wow, it's next level. Now what I'm going to do is show you some of my previous YouTube video from the Final Cut Pro project of the previous YouTube video I done, and we can see how can it upgrade all the great color correction work I've done. It can do it better. Seriously. I'm going to demonstrate it on Final Cut Pro X because I'm an Apple fanboy, but it supports everything else almost. Adobe, DaVinci Resolve, and they offer free trial for free. It's full feature. You can use all the feature it provided with watermark, but there's no time limit on the free trial. Now this is the last video I've released, Retro Arcade in Tokyo. It is great. You should check it out. I show you some Outrun. If you have played it before, this is a great game. It's still great now, and I show you a pinball game and then some other games as well, so check it out. First, in this video, at the beginning, I show a little bit of old footage from the GFX 100 announcement in Japan. So now I can duplicate this one and remove the grading I done before, not grading, the color correction I done before. Apply the FilmConvert Nitrate. And when you apply this and you turn on the control panel, you have to tell it what camera you are using. So I was using Sony, I was using A7S II, but the problem is their color profile, the camera profile. Sony A7S II, it doesn't have Cine 4, which I was using. That doesn't matter because I've tried, I can use A7 Mark III and then apply the Cine 4 S-Gamut-free Cine color. From there, they also recommend that if you can't find the exact match for your camera or your camera color profile, you can use something from the same manufacturer, and usually you'll find one that is good enough. So this one, I apply it and it already looks pretty good if you look at, and this is previous. Can you see the difference? It's just, I haven't done much. It's already make it so much better. This one is previously I thought it is good enough, but turns out if you apply Nitrate, the FilmConvert Nitrate, it's getting a really long name. Before it's just FilmConvert. Yeah, now it's Nitrate, and you can make it even better, set the shadow a little bit. I think it's a little bit too contrasty for me. Bring back some black. There we go. It's already. And let's look at this one. This you can see this should be something really simple because when I turn off the color correction I've done, it's already like kind of, it's not horrible. You can basically use this, but I correct it to this. Duplicate it, delete the color correction I've done before. Apply FilmConvert, set it to Sony A7 Mark III Cine 4. Turn up the saturation, turn down the exposure a little bit. Of course, it's FilmConvert. It's got a lot of film stock for you to choose from. The default one is a KD. What is KD? Actually, is codec. They just don't want to use somebody else. It's a copyright issue. So KD is codec, and FJ is Fuji. It's actually quite a lot. Fuji. This is some kind of motion picture film that seriously I know nothing about filmmaking film. I'm not going to pretend that yeah, Fujifilm 8553. I know that. No, I know. You can check out their website. They have talked a little bit about each film. And first one is actually daylight. Second one tungsten. Fujifilm. The other way around. The first one is tungsten. The second one is daylight. Also, you can see it's quite grainy. It's quite a lot of noise because it is FilmConvert. It actually adds film noise on top of it. But for YouTube video, I don't really want those noise, so I can just turn it off. Turn the gain strength to 0. But if you like those, there are actually quite a lot of settings there. Actually, it could be useful for me as well if I'm going to film something that's pretend to be retro for fun. Yeah, it's there. You can set the gain saturation, you can set the film size. It defaults at 35 full frame, but if you, for example, set it to 16 millimeters, you can see the quite a lot of quite bigger grain. Also, you can see if you choose different film stock, the gain curve is different as well. This is really, they are really serious about this. Oh, actually, I almost forgot to say this whole video is the first time I I grade the whole video with FilmConvert. Actually, after I released this video on my Cantonese channel, someone commented that he liked the color from here and he thinks it looks film-like. I didn't say anything about what I done to the color, and someone already spot that this look filmic. Is it a cooler word to say it? This is filmic or cinematic. Let me show you this bit when I copy it. Let me try to adjust this with the old way. Like, because this is a HLG video, so I apply HDR tool and then I do my usual color correction. Now the back of my leg is a little bit green, so I want to adjust the highlight to compensate that without making my shirt too red. Especially in this difficult lighting situation, it's sometimes quite time consuming. So this will be usually what I've done manually with the default FilmCut Pro X color correction tool. And this is what I have done before with FilmConvert Nitrate. You can see the back. Now this is the FilmCut Pro, this is FilmConvert. You can see if you look at the back of my leg, that green cast, it just disappeared. This is what I've done, and this is FilmConvert. If you look at my face is brighter. The green cast on the back of my leg disappeared. The whole thing just looks so much better. What kind of black magic this is? Dark magic, dark arts. Oh, let's look at another one. Shoot professional video at home, which I released this one just a week ago. Let's look at this one. This one is, yeah, basically the same place here, but this is so much brighter. So let's see what we can do with FilmConvert, the really great plug-in that they pay me to say this. No, it is really great. Now this one I shot with Zcam, which is also what I'm shooting right now. Now the thing is, the Zcam, they have only for the Zcam E2, but I have E2C. I think the color is a little bit different, but it's not too bad. Okay, if you compare it to what I've done before, what What? The amount of better. Look at that. And even the outside, even the window, the outside window is not as overblown as what I've done before. This is crazy. This video I've done before is Fujifilm X100 versus X-T200. Not actually versus, but I reviewed two cameras in the same video because I've got them at the same time. I remember this is quite hard to grade. Not really grade, I've only done color correction. It's quite hard to correct, especially all the bright LED display at the background. I don't want those to be too overexposed, but I want my face to look normal. Now my shirt is a little bit purple as well. Now compared to FilmConvert, why my skin color is so much better? They must have, because they say that they have studied all different color, different cameras color performance. They must have correct the weirdness from Sony camera. In fact, they have spent time on each camera they support, so it can convert to the film stock you choose. Another thing is that it makes it so much easier to match color from different camera like this, Sony a7S II and Panasonic S1X, and they look identical. Of course, it's possible doing it manually, but the time it saves is a lot. Now, how did I do that? I can do it again with FilmConvert. Now, the previous example I showed you before is always at home. I can set my color, I can set my lighting. But outside, I don't carry lighting. I usually just rely on the dynamic range of my Sony a7S II, and I want to adjust it later in post. So that's why sometimes you get weird color. Now, I don't want to overexpose too much, but I want my face to be brighter. You can use a shadow tool here, but I don't want the black become gray as well. And actually you can use the curve. Let's try the curve tool here. As you can see, this time it doesn't look that good. Actually, I think maybe it's a little bit better than the one that I did. But not really. This one is actually worse because if I turn up the saturation, the background looks good, but my face looks weird. I think because this is using FilmConvert, it expects you to have good exposure. It doesn't expect to adjust the wrong exposure for you like I usually do. What I find out is that I can apply a color curve myself, especially move it above FilmConvert. So in Final Cut Pro, that means that I apply color curve first before it apply FilmConvert. So I can turn off FilmConvert first, and in color curve, I bring it up a bit. I bring up the shadow a bit, and now I can apply FilmConvert trickery. Now, of course, you should nail the exposure in camera by yourself. But this is what I do. When I'm shooting outside, I don't want to carry too much stuff. I don't have a car. I take bus and train for over an hour to go to the city center. So I can't carry too much stuff. I don't have lighting. So this is how I manage that. This is FilmConvert. This is my convert. Oh my god. The last example I really want to show you is when I reviewed the Sony 20mm f1.8. This shot is really difficult to color correct. I remember this. I spent a lot of time on this because this one, if you look at the original, is I've got a light that shines on me that is reflected from a golden, kind of a golden color reflective window. I like this spot up looking down on the street, so I really want to shoot it there. Got a bright light on me, so I think, what the hell, I will color correct later. Turns out it's a really difficult task. Now this is what I can do with FilmConvert. Remember, this was a really weird color footage. The color is weird, the contrast is really weird between me and the background. But the FilmConvert can do this compared to log convert. Can you see the difference? This is log convert and FilmConvert. The whole scene is brighter compared to log convert, and with log convert, if you look at the people here, it's a little bit purple. If you look at the building here, the sky here, it's a little bit purple. But look at FilmConvert, it's still bluish, but then it's more natural. Look at my face, the skin color is so much better. Log convert, it is still weird. It doesn't only work with this kind of weird situation. Even with a situation that I have done my own lighting at home, a control environment, this is log convert, and with FilmConvert, it just managed to do it better than me. Like, what the hell? Now I question my color correcting skill. Turns out I'm not that good. Well, I haven't really trained to be color grading, so turns out I have my basic color correcting skill, but with FilmConvert, it just upgrade that from this to that. So this is FilmConvert Nitrate from FilmConvert, which Nitrate is the latest version, but there's still FilmConvert, and before they only call FilmConvert. But it doesn't matter if it is the first time you heard of it. All you know is that this is FilmConvert Nitrate. I have heard about FilmConvert for years. As I mentioned, I heard it from Philip Bloom. I always think that I don't need it. I don't need my YouTube video to look filmic. It is not drama. It's not drama short film, but turns out it can still do a better job on color correcting than myself. As I mentioned, this is sponsored, but they didn't ask me to say anything. They didn't have like bullet point for me to say anything about FilmConvert Nitrate. The only influence they apply on me is that they got me to actually try it, because if not, I probably won't spend my money and try it out. Well, actually it got free trial, but I never think it will benefit me. Great that they asked me to make this video and I actually tried it, and I can tell you that I will continuing using it, because yes, it is really great. I love it. So check it out if you want. It's free to download, free to try out, as long as you want. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Maybe. No, it is see you next time, not maybe.